Hi everyone, this is Lindsay from Imaginary Rebel Art Studio. Today I just wanted to come on and do a short video on how to use the Filbert brush. And I have different sizes here. So I'm just gonna kind of show you how to use them, and we'll kind of just go from there. But I'm just gonna make sure everything is working real quick. Usually things don't work very well when I start things, so I'm just gonna make sure things are working. But anyway, I hope everyone's having a good day. I'm not feeling great today, but I still really want to, do this little tutorial. I feel like every week is a good time to do a little tutorial about how to use brushes. So I just wanted to do that today. And let me see, one second, I'm just trying to... Okay, I think we're good so far. Good to go. I'm gonna try to see the comments, and as you know, that's hard to do. But anyway, if it doesn't happen, I'll just see your comments afterwards and I'll say hi in a comment afterwards. But let's see here. I don't know. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna start. So I'm gonna use black and white paint today just to kind of show you kind of the differences. I do have some water, I have my apron on. So I'm gonna sit. So if you can't hear me, or if you can't see anything, let me know. I'll try to see comments, but we're just gonna go with it. So I'm just gonna sit down. So I have a couple different sizes of these Filbert brushes. And so what is a Filbert? It's basically just a square brush that's rounded at the top. And so that is really what it is. It's kind of used for blending, and honestly, there's a lot of different things you can do with it, and I'm still learning that, but I just wanted to come on and kind of show you what I've learned so far. Just to kind of give you maybe some inspiration for your own artwork. So anyway, these ones are big ones. This one's a 30 and this one's a 50, which are for more like larger canvases. Like I was painting on, I don't know, a really large one. And so this helps with blending backgrounds and things like that on very large canvases. And so that's kind of what these are for. So I'm not really going to demonstrate with these, but I just want to show you that they do go to pretty large numbers, and I think they even go higher. I think there's a 70. So anyway, that's kind of those two. And then I have these ones. This one I probably use the most. I mean, I don't really go by the numbers that much because I feel like there's like a million different numbers and it's all the same brush. So I don't really go by the numbers too much. But, I kind of just use these two maybe. And then these are for smaller ones for maybe a little bit more details. So, anyway, that's kind of what they are. So it's just basically a rounded tip brush. So what you can do, I'm going to just do some blending with it real quick. So I'm not going to get my brush wet. I'm just going to kind of go into I have some dried paint on here, but I'm going to use black and white today. So I'm just going to take a little bit of black and a little bit of white just to kind of do some blending with it. And it's kind of similar to the flat brush where it just kind of blends. So you can do blending with it, And I know that a lot of this would be kind of used more towards like a landscape, and I'm kind of learning those right now, so I'll definitely kind of put out there what I'm learning once I have it finished. But basically I'm just doing some blending, and that's all that in this, and really all the brushes I've showed you so far, like the flat brush, maybe not the liner brush, but the round brush too, can do blending. And what does blending mean? That just means that you're putting two colors, multiple colors together, and you're not lifting your brush off the canvas or whatever you're painting. You're just going back and forth, blending colors together to make another color or a different kind of look. So that's blending. In times where you might not want to blend, then you will pick your brush up. So this is blending, which means, again, you're not picking your brush up at all. If you're wanting to make like flowers or something like that, you're gonna have to pick the brush up. So there's like, you know, that's just a basic one. I mean, there's different things you could do. You could do like a little like big kind of petals like that. But you notice how I'm bringing my brush up. I'm not kind of like blending it. And that's kind of important when you're trying, especially when you're trying to do a very specific color and you don't want it to blend. That's when you push down and then you pick up. Push down, pick up, instead of blending it together where you don't pick your brush up off the canvas or, again, whatever you're painting. So that's kind of the difference between blending and not blending, I guess. But this brush is really neat, again, because it's rounded tip. It's good for flowers. It's good for kind of a bunch of different things, but I was trying to get this on here so I could show you some other things. But I am going to get my brush fully loaded with black paint, like that. And I'm just gonna kind of do a line. So it's good for lines. I'm not using a lot of pressure, just doing that. And then, so what this does is you can create trees with this. So you kind of just go at the top, little tiny bit, and then you kind of just more pressure as you go down. And then kind of just go outward more. And it kind of gives you that tree look, you know, like that. So there's a tree. So that's one thing you can do with it. I'm gonna make one more next to it, a little bit thicker trunk there. So again, with every brush, there's a fine line where you don't do hardly any pressure at all, where you barely even touch the canvas. And then there's times where you push down harder and you just get that thicker line. And that's with any brush you use. So that's that one. And again, I'm gonna do this tree up here, and so I'm just gonna kind of go up here. And again, you kind of just kind of go back and forth with with your brush to make those leaves. And you can press down more to get like a bigger tree, like, again, pressure of the tree leaves and things like that under there. So they just kind of get bigger as they go down. What I've done in the past is I've put like too much paint on there and then you can't even see. So you definitely want to see that, like, in between the tree. You don't just want like, again, like a blended, like one black, you know, triangle, basically, like what a lot of people do and what I did as well when I was learning, is I was just doing like, you know, not really bringing my brush up, and it's like, it still looks like I guess a tree, but it just, there's no in between like there is here. So that is one way you can do it. You could also, let's see, we could do like a little, like, you could push down and go like this, make some grass or some, you know, trees, or, you know, like in the background or something like that. Or it could be grass, depending on what your landscape is doing or whatever you're painting. Let me move it over a little bit more. You can put a little bit more water on your brush and kind of like push down. Oh, that's too much water, but just kind of push down a little bit, and you kind of get like more of a water effect. So you can do that. And then, let's see, you can do waterfalls with it. So I'm gonna take some white and I'm gonna go back up here where I painted that dark and blended that. And basically you kind of push down and you go to the left and you push down again. And then do that a few times. So you're pulling it downwards. So you go up here and you pull down. And that kind of makes kind of like a waterfall look. And you know, you can kind of do some more little lines from that, but that's one kind of cool thing you could do. Just do some waterfall looking things there. And let's see, what else could you do? So another thing you could do kind of with these trees is during winter, you can make these look like they have snow on them with this same brush. So I'm just gonna get some white on my brush, and it's kind of the same, but you still wanna be able to see in between a little bit. So I'm just gonna kind of do little bits here. You don't want to cover all of it, but it's kind of like you can kind of see there that there's like snow on it. There's, you know, snow on the tree, but you still want to see the black part of the tree too. So again, like on this one, I'm just going to do a little bit more pressure. And then there it kind of looks like it snowed on those trees. So that's kind of a really cool aspect of this kind of brush. And let's see here. I mean, really, there's just, again, so many different things you can do with this specific brush. And again, I'm still kind of learning them all. I still don't know everything, but that's what, you know, as I go, I'm going to just keep teaching. That's what I like to do, is keep teaching, and whatever knowledge I have, I love giving it to other people. So as far as flowers go, let's see, we could probably do it again. So just kind of do circles, right? You can do it with this. I usually do it with a flat brush or a round brush, but you can do it with this brush too, mostly because it's round, and that kind of helps at the top because it's round. And so again, just keep going in circles. I'm going to take a little bit of white, and again, just kind of keep going in a roundabout way, keep going circles. And this is kind of how you build up, if you had like other colors, you kind of build up like a rose, you know. And then let's see. You could also do like grass too, like little flicks, which would be grass. You know. So anyway, that's kind of some of the things you could do with the Filbert brush. I'm sure there again many other things you can do. And I'm kind of working on a landscape painting with the Filbert brush, and so you'll be able to see that soon. But anyway, this is kind of just the short tutorial that I wanted to do real quick about the Filbert brush, which is this, again, it's like a rectangle kind of brush. Like, let me see if I can find one real quick. So in a way, it's like the length of a flat kind of rectangle brush, but then it just has that rounded edge at the top. So it kind of is better for other things. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this little lesson. And then next week, we are going to be going into specialty brushes. So the last couple weeks I've been doing just the regular, normal, common brushes, which was the flat brush, you know, the liner brush, the round brush, and now the Filbert brush. Those are kind of the most common. But next week we'll start to get into the more specialty brushes, like the fan brush. There's a wisp brush, mop brush, and etc. So there's quite a few other brushes that you can use to add to your artwork that you probably don't even know exist. And so I've had a lot of fun kind of dabbling into the different brushes that are out there. But anyway, I hope everyone has a great day, and tomorrow I am going to be doing a Facebook Live at 3 o'clock. We're going to be doing a Paris themed painting in honor of the Olympics, which are in Paris right now. Anyway, hope everyone has a good day. Bye-bye.